Chapter 1. A New Dawn. Asha opened her eyes to the soft glow of dawn filtering through her curtains. "Good morning," she whispered, stretching as she sat up. She looked at the clock, 6:15 a.m. "I always wake up at 6, she reminded herself. Pushing back the covers, she swung her legs over the side of the bed. In her small Mumbai apartment, every square foot was packed with memories, photos of family, postcards from friends abroad, and sticky notes reminding her of English phrases. Today she needed to practice. "What's the plan for today? And could you please repeat that?" She padded into the bathroom. "First, I brush my teeth," she said aloud, running the toothbrush over her teeth in neat, practiced strokes. "Then I wash my face," she continued, splashing cool water. "Now I take a quick shower." The routine was comforting, almost like a ritual. By 6:45 a.m., she was downstairs in the kitchen. "I make breakfast every morning," she narrated to herself. She cracked 2 eggs into a bowl. "I beat the eggs," she said, whisking vigorously. "Then I cook the omelette." The sizzle of the pan filled the air. While the omelette set, she poured herself a glass of orange juice. "I drink juice to stay healthy," she added proudly. At 7:10 a.m., she stepped onto her balcony with her breakfast plate. The city was coming alive, rickshaws buzzing, street vendors setting up stalls, and neighbors hanging laundry. "It's such a beautiful morning," she murmured. Finishing her meal, she cleaned up. "I always tidy my kitchen before I leave," she noted, wiping crumbs off the counter. By 7:30 a.m., she set out for the train station. "I catch the local train every day," she told herself. "It takes 30 minutes to reach Colaba." Her heart fluttered with anticipation. Today she would meet her mentor, Mr. Desai, at the newspaper office. She practiced one more phrase. "Could you show me where the editorial room is?" As she descended the steps to the street, Asha felt ready. Little did she know that a simple change in her routine and a mysterious message awaiting her at the office would turn this ordinary morning into the beginning of an unforgettable journey. Chapter 2. An Unsettling Note. The news office buzzed with activity. Reporters typed furiously, editors shouted updates, and the hum of printers filled the air. Asha greeted the receptionist. "Good morning. I'm Asha Kapoor. May I see Mr. Desai?" "Second floor, door on your right," the receptionist replied. Clutching her notebook, Asha climbed the stairs. She rehearsed. "Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment?" She found Mr. Desai behind a pile of newspapers. "Good morning, Mr. Desai," she said, smiling. "I came to help with the city beat." He looked up, his eyes kind. "Asha, just in time. I need your fresh perspective on the story." He handed her a folded piece of paper. Asha opened it. A typed note read, "Your routine is known. Trust no one." Her breath caught. She scanned the corridor, colleagues chatting, oblivious. She whispered to Mr. Desai, "I found this note." "What does it mean?" His expression tightened. "I don't know, but stay alert." Her pulse pounded as she tucked the note in her pocket. She needed coffee. "I'll be back in a minute," she said, voice steady. In the pantry, she practiced asking questions. Could you make it a cappuccino, please? She poured the coffee, shaking slightly. I like my coffee strong. Returning to her desk, she peeked into her mentor's office. He was on the phone, nodding gravely. Yes, the source is reliable. Asha leaned against the doorframe. Everything okay? He hung up. We have a tip about corruption in the local council. It's sensitive. A chill ran through her. Asha remembered her English phrases. I understand the gravity of the situation. She took a breath. How can I help? Mr. Desai smiled, relief flickering. Translate the witness transcript. And keep your eyes open. As she sat down, Asha unfolded the note again. Your routine is known. Suddenly, each step of her daily pattern felt exposed, vulnerable. She shivered, realizing that this morning's perfect routine was now a doorway into danger. Chapter 3: Conversations at Lunch. By 1 p.m., Asha's stomach growled. She packed her notebook. I'm going to have lunch now, she announced to herself. She walked to a nearby cafe. Inside, she found her friend Rahul waiting. Hi, Asha. Rahul greeted, hugging her. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. And you, she replied, testing her pronunciation. Great. Ready for some spicy pav bhaji? He asked. I love spicy food, she said, settling at the table. I always eat lunch at around 1 o'clock. They ordered. While they waited, Rahul asked, What have you been working on? Asha hesitated, then showed him the note. I found this today. Rahul frowned. That's creepy. Are you okay? Asha forced a smile. I'm fine. Mr. Desai says it's just a warning. She sipped her water. I practice English to calm my nerves. He nodded. You speak very well. You should say, practice makes perfect. She laughed. Practice makes perfect. I'll remember that. Their food arrived. Asha tasted her pav bhaji. It's delicious. I like the flavor of potatoes and spices. They chatted about movies, hobbies, and English idioms. Break a leg, hit the books, over the moon. Asha repeated each phrase, embedding it in her mind. Yet, underneath the easy banter, Asha's heart raced. Someone was watching her routine. She glanced at the cafe door. No one suspicious. After lunch, she said, I have to go back to work. Rahul walked her to the street. Be careful, he said. Call me if anything happens. I will. Thank you. As she turned the corner, Asha whispered, I always feel safer when I have a friend. Little did she realize that soon she would need every friend and every English phrase just to stay one step ahead. Chapter 4: The Hidden Message. At 3:45 p.m., Asha returned to her desk, the day's sunlight slanting through the tall office windows. She cleared her throat. I'm back, she announced softly, as if entering a sacred space. Her colleagues barely glanced up from their screens. The city's hum outside was distant here inside. Keyboards clicked like a nervous heartbeat. Asha unfolded the witness transcript Mr. Desai had given her. I take notes to remember important details, she murmured, pen poised. The transcript was dense, full of legal jargon. The defendant affirms, the council member denies. But between the lines, Asha sensed something odd, repeated initials circled in the margin. She tapped her pencil. Could it be a code? She wondered aloud. I note every time the witness says daily routine. She highlighted the phrase each time it appeared. Then she rearranged the letters. D-A-I-L-Y. They spelled Yalid, meaningless until she remembered the note. Your routine is known. Suddenly, the windows rattled with a low thunder, figuratively or literally, she couldn't say. Her phone buzzed. A text from Mr. Desai, sent just 30 seconds ago. Meet me in my car. Urgent. Asha swallowed. I always follow instructions carefully, she practiced, voice steady. She packed her notebook. I lock my desk before I leave, she said, clicking the latch. Downstairs in the parking lot, Mr. Desai's car idled under the harsh fluorescent lights. He jumped in and locked the doors behind her. Thank you for coming, he said, voice low. Of course, she replied. She buckled her seatbelt. I drive safely, she added, practicing her English phrase for the moment's tension. Mr. Desai handed her a small flash drive. I found this in the witness's bag, he explained. It's encrypted, but I've managed to copy part of the code here. He gestured to his laptop in the car. Asha connected the drive. A single folder appeared, titled Rendezvous. Inside were photographs, her apartment at dawn, the cafe at lunchtime, even snapshots of her walking down the train platform. Every step of her predictable routine had been documented. Her heart thundered. Someone has been following me, she whispered, voice trembling. She touched the flash drive gently. I always carry my planner, she said, recalling how she'd scratched today's appointments in neat cursive. Now those scribbles felt like an open invitation. We need to figure out who, Mr. Desai said, rubbing his temples. And why they want to scare you. Asha drew a deep breath. I will help. I take responsibility. She gripped the steering wheel. Please drive me home. I need to change my clothes. As Mr. Desai pulled onto the road, Asha peered out the window. The city lights blurred past. Inside the car, her familiar phrases, I wake up at 6. I drink coffee every morning. I ride the train at 7 echoed like a mantra. She realized that tomorrow she would have to alter everything. Chapter 5, Altered Paths. By 6 p.m., Asha was back in her apartment, the door locked behind her. She whispered to herself, I lock my door at night. She changed out of her office attire into plain jeans and a dark hoodie. In the mirror, she saw a stranger's eyes, wider, more alert. She dialed Rahul. Can you meet me at the station in 20 minutes? She asked. Of course, he replied. Be careful. She pocketed her phone and stuffed the flash drive into her bag. I always carry snacks, she joked half-heartedly, grabbing an energy bar. Then she left through the back door, bypassing the main entrance. The train station was sparsely populated at this hour. Asha found Rahul sitting on a bench. He waved, concern etched on his face. Hi, she said, voice low. I need your help. They moved into a shadowed corner. Asha handed him the flash drive. Look at these photos. Rahul plugged it into his phone via an adapter. This is creepy, he muttered, scrolling through images of her morning routine. Who would go to such lengths? Asha pressed her palms together. I don't know, but whoever it is, they're using my schedule. She practiced. My schedule is predictable. Rahul stood. Let's find out who's been following you. I'll call my tech guy. As they separated, Asha reminded herself, I changed my route home. Instead of boarding the 6:30 train, she waited 10 minutes for the 6:40. She climbed aboard, sitting near the engine where fewer people sat and the window fogged over. She pulled her hoodie low. She breathed deeply. I control my actions, she told herself. The train lurched into motion, rattling past graffiti-tagged walls. Outside, the city blurred. Inside, every bump reminded her of the stakes. Chapter 6, Safe Conversations. At 7:15 p.m., Asha slipped into her roommate Nisha's apartment. The door clicked behind her. I cook dinner every night, she announced, warming leftover dal and rice on the stove. The simple comfort of routine felt both safe and vulnerable now. Nisha appeared, alarmed by Asha's pale face. What's wrong? Asha sat at the kitchen table. She poured 2 glasses of water. Someone has been watching me, she said quietly. She placed the flash drive in front of Nisha. I found these photos. Nisha gasped. That's horrible. You need protection. I know, Asha agreed. I need to be careful. She leaned forward. Mr. Desai thinks it's connected to the corruption story. Nisha's eyes widened. They're trying to scare you off? Probably. Asha held her friend's gaze. But I won't back down. She practiced the phrase, I will not give up. They ate in tense silence. Outside, rain began to patter against the window pane. The rhythmic drumming was soothing, yet foreboding like a warning drum roll. After dinner, they reviewed the day's clues, the circled initials, the transcript's cryptic code, the rendezvous folder. Nisha sketched a timeline on a napkin. I organized my thoughts visually, Asha remarked, as they mapped each event. By 9 p.m., they had a plan. Rahul's tech friend would scan the flash drive for metadata at midnight, and Nisha would stay with Asha in her apartment until then. I appreciate your support, Asha said, squeezing Nisha's hand. The storm intensified. Thunder boomed. Asha's phone buzzed. Mr. Desai, be ready at midnight. Asha's pulse raced. She checked her watch. I trust my instincts, she whispered. Tonight, her routine would change again, and this time, she intended to confront whoever was behind the shadows. Chapter 7, The Midnight Stakeout. By 11:50 p.m., Asha and Nisha crouched in a waiting car across the street from the newspaper office. The headlights were off. Only the street lamp cast a sickly yellow glow. Asha's heart hammered. I stay alert at night, she practiced softly. Rahul slid into the passenger seat, laptop in hand. I got something, he whispered. The photos were taken by a camera with a serial number registered to one of our interns, the Crumb Patel. Asha's breath caught. The Crumb, the shy junior reporter, always apologizing for interrupting her translations. Could he be the mole? Nisha exhaled slowly. Are you sure? Rahul nodded. Positive. He showed them an email from the camera company. The Crumb's name and address were clear as day. Asha pressed her palms together. I confront him tomorrow. She repeated, I face my fears. At 12:05 a.m., a figure emerged from the back entrance of the building. Vikram, hood up, smartphone in hand. He glanced around nervously and slipped into a nearby alley. Asha opened her door. "I'll follow him," she said. Nisha grabbed her arm. "It's too dangerous." But Asha shook her head. "I need answers." She stepped into the rain, cold droplets soaking her hair. Chapter 8. The Confrontation. The alley was slick and narrow. Vikram was halfway down when Asha called out, voice steady despite her trembling. "Vikram." "Wait." He spun, eyes wide. "Asha? What are you doing here?" "I know you've been following me," she said, voice firm. "Why?" Vikram's shoulders slumped. I had orders." His voice cracked. "They paid me to collect information on anyone who might interfere with the council story." Asha steadied herself. "I understand pressure," she said gently, "but betrayal hurts." He shook his head. "I'm sorry. I hate what they're doing. I wanted to stop, but they threatened my family." Asha's heart twisted with empathy and anger. She reached out. "Talk to Mr. Desai. We can protect you." Tears mixed with rain on Vikram's cheeks. "I don't know if they'll let me go." Asha placed a hand on his shoulder. "You're safe now." She guided him back toward the building, umbrellas forgotten. "I help you tell the truth," she promised. Chapter 9. Rainy Rooftop Revelation. At 1:30 a.m., Mr. Desai met them on the rooftop of the newspaper annex. The city below was a tapestry of lights, blurred by rain. Vikram trembled as he recounted everything: the payoffs, the threats, the hidden meetings in abandoned warehouses. "I took these photos because I was scared," he confessed, handing over a USB drive with more detailed logs. "I'm sorry." Asha placed a reassuring hand on his back. "I forgive you. Together, we find justice." Mr. Desai nodded. "We have everything we need." Lightning flashed, illuminating their determined faces. Chapter 10. A New Routine. By 8 a.m. the next morning, Asha sat at her desk with a hot cup of tea. She practiced softly, "I face new challenges with confidence." The night's ordeal felt like a dream, yet the evidence lay on her screen. Vikram's logs, the encrypted files, the transcript's hidden code decoded. In the editorial meeting, Asha stood before the team. "Our city deserves transparency," she began, voice clear. She introduced Vikram, who provided his testimony, and Mr. Desai, who outlined the coup in the council. Reporters clicked their pens. Editors exchanged impressed glances. When the story went live at 10 a.m., Asha felt a swell of pride. She had used her routines, her daily English phrases, not as a vulnerability, but as a tool to track danger and pursue truth. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Asha spoke to herself on the balcony. "I live for moments like this," she said, smiling at the sunset. She traced her fingers over the sticky notes on the wall. "Break a leg. Practice makes perfect. Stay safe." And tomorrow, when she woke at 6 a.m., she would repeat her routine, only this time with new confidence, new phrases learned under fire, and the certainty that sometimes the greatest routine is the courage to change it.